Glenda, tell everybody a little bit about this place. Been around for how long?
Sure. It was started by my dad, Jay Lehman, in 1955. You know, back then every small town had a little hardware store, so It wasn't that big of a deal.
Right.
This hardware store sold non-electric appliances, as did every small store back in the 1950s. The two differences for Dad were, number one, he really admired the Amish way of life, living off the land, and he wanted to be able to help sustain that. So he was going to give her the products that they needed. Number two, he wanted to preserve the past for future generations. The little girl, little Mason, that was in here today doesn't remember the things that her great-grandmother used to do the other day. As a matter of fact, in a little bit, you guys are going to churn butter, because a couple months ago...
Churn butter.
Churn butter, you are. A couple months ago, we had a little girl in the store about first grade. We were churning butter. We showed it to her. She went off and shopped, and she came back. It's a glass butter churn that we make ourselves, so you could see the butter solidifying in it. And we showed her how we were going to pour the buttermilk off and use the butter to put on bread. And she looked at me and she said, "I missed it. When did you put the butter in?"
So you have just about everything, 45,000 square feet.
We do. The
barn is from when?
We have actually 4 pre-Civil War era structures inside. Most of them are from about the 1840s because they're hand-hewn barns. Around the time of the Civil War, they started running them through saw mills, and so they have a different feel to them. Our specialty is locally made. We have hundreds of vendors within 45 miles. We have lots of USA-made products, locally made food. That hat that you were wearing on your head is locally made.
Explain to the Hollywood connection.
Oh yeah, we like to call it the Kidron to Hollywood connection. Most major films set in the Civil War era have products that are brand new but historically accurate, which is our specialty, so they come from us.
Lanterns, wood burning stoves,
leather buckets, Pirates of the Caribbean, Cold Mountain. Now think of it, if you're an art director for a movie set and you have to fill a home with products from 1840, where are you going to get them?
Right here.
To make up, that's right, Layman's.com.
What movie did you send the stuff to St. Louis for in a day?
Interview with the Vampire.
Wow.
250 oil lamps. We have it in stock. They're brand new but historically accurate. We ship anywhere, and we laughingly say we can explain how to use it, as in, no, crank it this way.
Right.
Not this way.
Right.
So we make it easy for them.
But this isn't a museum. People buy a lot of stuff here, right? And all the Amish people, this is where they shop. I've seen them coming through here today.
That's right. We do have lots of museum quality antiques that are up high, belongings of my father, but we don't sell antiques. We sell brand new working replicas of products really that you thought nobody was making anymore. And we have, as you've mentioned, tens of thousands of square feet full of them.
Such a great place. There's so many people up in Cleveland. I have no idea this is here. This is definitely a destination place. Glenda, I was so impressed. When I walked in, keep in mind, I was driving around looking for a hardware store. Which would be the size of the room we're in now. It's like 20 times that. You guys got to be really, really proud. Is your father still alive?
He is, absolutely. Well, he's in Denver on vacation, so God willing, he's still alive.
Yes. He's got to be awful proud of it.
Oh, he is. Really.
You or your brothers run it?
That's right. What Dad wanted to do is be the guy with the brand new old-fashioned stuff. He didn't particularly have an interest in social media or a website or a large store, but that's what it turned into. As fewer and fewer people around him were doing what he was doing, he became the guy. And I saw my brother Galen, the president of Layman's, here. Hey, Galen.
Well, Josh Lehman just gave me a root beer. Dang root beer. Oh, yeah. That looks good. Aaron got a dad's root beer.
I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to send this to my dad.
My brother Galen, the president.
Galen, how are you, sir?
Hey, thanks for coming down.
Hey, it is our pleasure to be here. What a phenomenal place you have here. I'm sure it takes a lot, though, to keep it up and running, huh?
No sleep and lots of worries.
Yeah. What's the best seller? Out of everything you guys sell, and you basically sell a lifestyle without electricity, what's the best things you sell here, most things?
Well, this time of year, there's a lot of canning supplies.
Canning, right? Because people can.
Yep.
They grow their own vegetables or fruits, and then this is the time of year they can.
Yep. Quality food comes from your own garden, usually. And Canning is a great way to have that all year round.
And it wasn't always this big. When did it really get this big? When did you guys really branch out?
Well, you know, we've been adding on bit by bit over the years. We made a big addition about 5 years ago. And if you haven't been down here in the last few years, you should come down and see it because there's a ton of stuff here.
And again, how far south are we from Canton? Not far. We're 20-something miles south of Canton.
25, 30 minutes.
Aaron, how did you get here? Did you get here 77? How did you get
I
here?
took 77 to 21, and then just kept going south, and I hit 30, and then you get on Little Kidron Road, and you're here.
And I live
it
in
took me about an hour.
I live in Medina. I drove down here in about 30 minutes. If that damn sorry, swearing in front of the Amish people. Sorry. There was a road being fixed, and they had a stoplight in the middle of 57. If that would, I would have been here in 25 minutes. So it's not that far. It's just so beautiful. Right down the road from Smucker's.
That's right.
So how about Aaron's from Denver? He goes, I didn't know Smucker's was down here in
I didn't know.
Orville, Ohio. Didn't you watch the commercials? Isn't Bobby Knight from Orville?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Bob Knight. Yeah, Bobby Knight grew up in Orville, Ohio. Well, thank you. Thank you for having us here. It's a wonderful place. I wish you guys the best of luck. I'm going to send a lot of people down here. I'm going to come back down here with my kids.
Well, thank you.
Because I want them to see this. I think they need to. It's a big slice of Americana down here you guys got. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Great stuff. Reg, what did you make of it? I mean, isn't it amazing? Is this your first time here?
No, my lady
you've
friend's
been here.
family lives
Oh.
down near here, so, but I was
Well,
walking.
you didn't tell me about this place.
I was just out looking at all the pops and stuff, and I noticed they also now, they have water that's filtered through a maple tree that you can buy.
Wow. Water through a maple tree.
They have everything from an outdoor pizza oven to water filtered through a maple tree.
And the grills are some of the finest you'll find anywhere. Great selection.
Well, I want to
And
say
I'm
this.
enjoying a Stewart's root beer right now at 10:39 in the morning. My mom would be so proud.
I have to say this, and I feel bad. I almost feel bad to take it, but I don't feel that bad. Josh is giving me one of the pellet smokers as a wedding present.
Nice.
How about that? Thank you to the Layman's for that. I could not believe we're smoking ribs on one right now, which looks absolutely phenomenal. Glenda, you have one in your house. You've got one too, Josh, right?
Yep, same one.
Explain real quick. Explain the pellet smoker, because I know the wood chip smoker, but it's just same thing, only used wood pellets.
You got wood pellets, 10 different flavored wood pellets. You just plug it into a regular 3-prong outlet. Holds about 40 pounds of pellets. You can do anything from 180 degrees smoking up to 700 degrees if you're wanting to sear a steak.
And you have the electronic little dashboard, if you will,
You got the digital control.
that'll show you exactly how high it gets, and I guess the thing checks the temperature every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
It's that easy. Really just plug it in, set it, and leave it alone. We'll be doing these ribs for about 6 hours out here, and
Wow. Josh,
Hopefully you guys have some.
I cannot thank you enough.
Oh, you're
That was
welcome.
easily I hope none of my relatives are listening, best wedding present I got. For sure. Catherine will absolutely
Great.
die when I come home and tell her, man.
Great.
Thanks,
Great.
buddy.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Thanks for coming.
That is hospitality down here. Aaron, I'm so glad you're here because you're getting a big taste of Ohio today.